Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Jake Heavy Metal here. Um, got a big Christmas lesson for everybody. Oh yeah, Merry belated Christmas. Anyway, but I have a very big Christmas lesson for all of you. Now, around this around this time and this holiday, around these holidays, there's a lot of people who like to, well, just family members in general like to put people down, tell people off, and they just don't like the joy that they have inside their hearts for this time of year. Really, any type of like holiday or anything like that. Like for example, um, some people get mad because there's like so much like people celebrating Christmas and other holidays, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Martin Luther King Day, George Washington birthday, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Um, I already said Valentine's Day, didn't I? Oh yeah, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Doesn't matter what you celebrate. All those days consist of love, peace, joy, and happiness, and excitement. You know, but people like to down them. People like to say, "Yeah, you're." I mean, let's face it. Some of you work an 8 to 10 hour day job, some more than that. You start out your day. You start out your day shitty, and probably most likely you're going to come out of the job even shittier. So, all I have to say for you, big piece of advice, try your best to stay positive. And I know this is, obviously I said Merry belated Christmas because I was hoping to get this video out sooner, but unfortunately the internet got a little bit slow and it took forever and I had to get all my uploads out before I could get this one or start this one. But everything is good. Sorry it's late though. But anyway, let's get to the excitement. Now, like I said, not to put anybody down or not to, give people a bad vibe or nothing. But honestly, I'm trying to uplift you. Nobody can step on your holidays except you. Nobody. And I mean, not your bosses, not your work, not where you go to, nothing like that. Not your family, only you. Because you're the one that has control over your holidays. Now, I know sometimes, like I said, you work an 8 to 10 hour a day job, and you may run across people at your job site that are really horrible. I mean, really shitty. And they come off to you with a bad attitude. Maybe they don't do something you say, or maybe you may not, or maybe they think that you're not doing something that they told you to do, and you really just have a really bad day. Well, all I have to say, give you a little bit of advice here, try and stay positive with it. You know, I mean, around this holiday, a lot of people ain't feeling too good anyway because you got all the presents you got to buy, you got all that money you got to put out, and some people even have to work through the holidays. Like I've said in other videos, the police, the firefighters, the doctors. I mean, the list goes on. And I give a great thanks to the veterans as well because they are the ones who actually helped keep these holidays going. I mean, like I said, if they didn't, there'd be people coming here, dragging my rear end out of this house, and killing me for my beliefs. And they stop that. They keep it from happening by fighting their wars over there. So I thank the veterans for what they do, because some of them, even the ones that are over there right now, some of them can't come over here and be with their families, and you know they can't have that enriched life like that. They have to wait for months, sometimes years, before they can come back over here, spend time with their family. Somebody else go over there to replace them in their parts until they can replace them, and then come back over here. It's a long process. So I thank the veterans for that, for helping us to have a nice, good Christmas and holidays right here in this place. Uh, it it really is wonderful if you give it a chance. Like some people say, I've heard before, if you give it a chance, it's beautiful. And I mean, that's my advice. Some people, they've got family members that are really mean, that talk bad about them, what kind of jobs they have, and you really don't need that on Christmas or Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving or New Year's. You don't really need that crap. And my best advice for you on that one is either throw them out or just walk outside, get you a cup of coffee, walk outside, take you a nice walk, and just enjoy the trees, the air. If it's cold, go in a shed or somewhere, and hide out till they leave. Well, whatever. But I mean, just try to be positive. For the people who work 8 to 10 hours, think about your family. Think about something that's at your house that, like maybe the pretty wifey that's at the house that you want to go and snuggle up to on your couch and watch a nice, great family film, maybe. Your kids that you like to play video games with when you get back to the house. Um, Anything like that. Maybe you're very greedy and you're thinking about those gifts under that tree and you just ripping the crap out of them and finding out what they all are. Maybe that'll work. But anything positive, anything. Think about that. Be positive because that's what works. That's always what works. You don't want to ever be negative about something. You know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't. I was like that for a lot of years, and it doesn't work. It makes you depressed. It just bad dreams. Nobody wants that. It's just a bad way to go. But you should be excited because these are exciting holidays. Like I said, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. If you consider some of these holidays, Martin Luther King, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Valentine's Day, New Year's. These are special days. Technically, any day. Hold on 1 minute. Getting warm. Technically, any day should be an exciting time for people. You start out your day. Let's say you get up, you're alive. That's the best thing, anyway. Second, make you some breakfast. Some people don't really have that leisure, though. Some people get up, and as soon as they get up, they got somebody griping at them. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. It's just, sometimes it can be hellacious. But the big thing is, be positive. Don't let anybody step on your holidays. No matter what kind of holiday it is, no matter what kind of day it is. Sometimes you may not even have a holiday you like. Don't let them step on your days. Don't let them step on you. Because you're the one that has to deal with it. This has been a message from Jacob and Metal. I approve it. But seriously though, don't let nobody step on your holidays. Nobody. Because those are the days you should have to yourself. Like I said, 8 to 10 hours a day. Sometimes you gotta do more. You deserve a day by yourself. A day that's just only you. Of course, there are some people who don't get that leisure. Like I said, there's soldiers, veterans. For you guys, I give you my respects. And I sincerely thank you for allowing me to be here because you're over there. I thank you for that. Maybe one day I'll get up there somewhere and I'll be able to shake your hand, something like that. But until then, thank you for what you do. It's really appreciated. And from in case others have a problem, I thank you for them as well, for all the good that you've done. I wish there was something I could do with all the homeless veterans. I wished I could help them. I really do. I wished I could do a lot of that charity work. Just ain't got the money for it, ain't got the resources. But if I did, Oh, they better watch out because here I would come. Big truck load of whatever they needed. Supplies of any kind. But seriously though, I would help them out. I really would if I had that kind of resources. But like I said, holidays is a time for us, for us people to have to, enjoy ourselves. We work hard for it. We get that time to ourselves with our families and friends and even the people who don't get that time. At least you're making the time for somebody else to have that time. And that's important because it's still helping somebody. It still is. No matter who they are, no matter what they are, no matter who they are, it's still a very important thing. Chocolate drop cookies. So good. Especially with Pepsi. Mm. Yeah, no big meals today. I ate it all. Couldn't help myself. Thought about you guys. Thought about a plate of food. Thought about you guys again. Thought about the plate of food again. And in the end, dude, our gals, I just couldn't do it. I had to have the plate. So I took it. But, I usually have like something to eat, but I figured I've been really wanting these lately. So I went ahead and decided I'd share these with you. Oh well, did the best I could. Right. Oh, and here's my grand confetti. Oh, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate during this year. Or, of course, my personal favorite, Merry freaking Christmas. Oh my god, I got this shit everywhere. I think. Oh my god, this is everywhere. But yeah, guys. uh, no. So much to say, but I always forget. But yeah. Um, oh, excuse me. Well, yeah, there is so much. There is so much negativity in the world that we live in. Uh, the boss is getting mean and ornery, kids yelling and screaming because they want a certain gift, and oh yeah, and having to work all the time to get the money to keep the lights, electricity, and all that on. Sometimes we just want to sit down, and listen, and then we got to pay for the music so that way we don't go insane and choke out somebody behind the kitchen somewhere, you know, and there's a lot of crap we have to put up with. But the holidays, that should be the day that we think most of all, not let nobody step on those and be really good to ourselves. Think, hey, this is a day just for me, you know? Have a nice dinner with our family. But I know this is more of a Thanksgiving type thing, but I'm gonna tell you the things that I'm thankful for on Christmas is mostly like everybody else. I thank God for my family, my friends. I think I'm thankful for this house that I'm living in. Just everyday stuff, running water. I mean, I've lived in some harsh places, but I think, I think, for the beds that my family sleeps in, I mean, some people don't have that. They don't. Um, oh, oh, there's a list. There's just a giant list. But there is. But I think one thing though, there's a lot of love in this cookie. A lot of love. Mm. Chocolate drop cookies. Who would have thought, baby, they'd be so delicious. Mm. Mm. But anyway, no, that was a very um, good Christmas lesson. Like I said, only you can let somebody destroy Christmas or the holidays from you. Only you can. You can't let them do that. You can't let them hurt you like that. Like I said, whether it's your boss, whether it's working 8 to 10 hours, there's always something you can do to keep your mind off the negativity. Always something. Think about your kids at the house. Think about your pretty wifey you got, or maybe your daughter or your son might be, being born. Maybe the wifey's pregnant, perhaps, and you're gonna have a son or a daughter. Maybe both, maybe twins. Who knows? Think on these things. They're beautiful wonders. I mean, you could be maybe getting a new car or something, or maybe buying a car. That's something good to think about. Maybe you're getting a pony for the girls or boys. You know, uh, anything like that. Maybe you might be getting a big settlement somewhere, or maybe you're getting a yacht that you might want to spend time with your wife and your kids on it. Or maybe it's something for yourself. Maybe you're getting a pool table. You want to sit in your house and your family can play that. Um, Maybe grandma's coming to stay, and maybe she's a good granny. Maybe they're not the one that's going to gnaw on your arm without no teeth, perhaps. Maybe she's the granny that's nice and tells you good stories and good lessons. It could be anything like that. Um, I mean, all the above, man. You got to stay positive. If you don't, people will step all over you. And you don't deserve that. Nobody does. And I know these ain't probably like exciting talks, but it's just something I was thinking about before Christmas. I thought about how a lot of people are really down about themselves. And they're feeling down and they probably feel worthless. Don't even go there. You're not only worthless and insignificant because you let yourself be that way. Don't let yourself be that way. They're the ones who are worthless and insignificant because there's always a bully behind the bully. Remember that. Remember that, Pete. Remember that. There's always a bully behind the bully. Always somebody behind the person kicking your ass. And they're only kicking your ass because you're allowing them to do that. So don't let them do it. Kick their ass. They deserve it. They're the ones hitting you in the shin when you're down. So kick their ass for once. Some people telling you you're fat or you're ugly or you're not doing a job right or something. Hey, we're good shit now. We're doing that. You're not doing the job right, or you're a lousy husband, or you're a lousy brother, or you're a no good son. Or she should have never married your sorry ass. Anything like that. It's their problem, not yours, And if you do feel like you are like that, well, maybe you might be. But who the hell cares? Change yourself. Do something with yourself. Make yourself better. If you feel like you're weak, get stronger. If you feel that your body's weak or something, eat healthy foods. If you feel that you're a little pudgy, lose some weight. Take a walk. It works, you know? Be a better man. Be a better woman. There's no problem with it. Like Bruce says, like Bruce Lee once said, the problem is you. You're the one sitting down on the best of you. Or something like that. But basically, it's pretty much the same thing I'm saying. Don't let people kick you down. I think it was, he said, that failure is you defeating yourself, or your successes are something about defeating yourself. Something about how you have to become stronger by defeating yourself. And basically what that is you be better. You work out, or you eat right, you exercise, you start thinking positive, you think about what you're going to do and make sure that it happens. You got to do this stuff, or else you'll find yourself in a bad predicament. Let's face it. Maybe on Christmas morning or Valentine's Day or something, you want to give your wife a gift, and you're looking at all these stones and you just don't know what to pick. Well, pick the most shiniest thing that you see. Pick the most beautiful thing that you see. If it looks like your wife, pick it up. If a diamond looks like your wife, if it's bright and beautiful like your wife, pick it up and give it to her. If maybe you see something that anything like that, go to the store, and if you can't find it, I'm sure if like in the next year or whatever, if she wanted something else, she'll tell you about it. If you did something wrong, she'll tell you about it, and then you go from there. Find out what she really likes. Or maybe your son wants something from the store, and you get the wrong thing. Get him that. Whatever else he wasn't, or I lost my train of thought here. But these are learning tools. Being a better person isn't a rocket scientist thing. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to be a better person. All you got to do is listen to people, listen to what they say, and that's it. And that's how you be a better person. There's no point in crying, because you think you're worthless. Nobody's worthless. Nobody is worthless. Everybody's worth something. There are little people, as in like dwarves, small people who are like 3 or 4 feet tall, and they still are successful, and they're little people. Look at Vern Trevor. I think that's his name, from Austin Powers. He didn't have very long to live. The doctors told him he didn't have very long to live, but still, he made every second count, and he was famous for it. He had a lot of problems, a lot of medical problems, but he made it happen. He made it work. He was loved by a lot of people, and people probably called him all kinds of names: worthless, midget, asshole. Who knows? Probably in a lot of words that I really don't feel like going into right now. But they probably call him a lot of names. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he felt bad about it. But you know what? He's an inspiration. Want to know why? Because he did not lay down for them. He did not let them step over him. As short as he was, he stepped over their ass. He got what he wanted. He did what he wanted. He became famous. He became wealthy. Let's face it. He had a truck, and when he got into it, he may have looked like a little pea in there, but by God, he could drive the damn thing. I saw a picture of it. I think it was Vern Troyer, I think his name was. Vern Troyer, I believe. And he was the dwarf, the little person on Austin Powers. But he made it happen. He didn't let people step over him. And that's what we need. We need people that don't step on us, because that's what life's about. Not letting people, working with people, not against people. That's what we need. On a holiday such as this, that's what we need. And like I said, I hope this has been an inspiration to you. I hope this has excited you. I got shit all over the floor. All that white paper's all over the floor. It looks like a mess. But seriously though, like I said, I never know how to end these. But yeah, like I said, he never did let anybody step on him. He always stepped over them. And it wasn't because he was Vern Troyer. It had nothing to do with the name. He did it because he wanted to. Because he didn't want to feel that way, I'm pretty sure he probably cried about it. He probably at least, sat in a corner and thought about his life. But in the end, he made it worth his while. He made it happen. That's what we need to do. We need to think, figure out what we're going to do, and make it happen, regardless of these other assholes. Make it happen. That's what we all need to do. Hey, I'm going to get my GED one of these days, and I'm going to make it happen. And it's going to be a hell of a journey, let me tell you. I've thought about it. There's a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be a roller coaster. But you know what? There's so many people that do the same thing that I do. And a lot of them are probably called dumb, stupid, ignorant. And again, a lot of other words that I'm not even getting into right now. But a lot of them's probably been called those names. But they've still went forth. They've done. Abraham Lincoln, look at him. He was homeschooled. And look what he did. I can't really remember offhand, but he supposedly freed the slaves. He helped a lot of people out. And he became the freaking president of the United States. I mean, come on. Homeschooled? I mean, our education's gotten better than that since then, but still yet. I mean, if we can get better from that time now as people are still studying and getting degrees, why can't other people? Of course. So, like I said, I hope this has been an inspiration to you. But remember those people, Abraham Lincoln and Vern Troyer. Remember them. And look up some other ones that have really worked hard over the years to get what they got. They didn't do it. It wasn't easy, but they did it because they wanted to. They pushed. They didn't want, maybe they felt like they were, low grade. So they decided to upgrade. And they decided because they wanted to do it. Probably not because of anybody else, but they wanted to do it. Just remember that. So, big Christmas lesson. Or my personal favorite, Merry freaking Christmas. But most importantly, remember, don't let anybody step on your day. Never let them do that. You get out there, you do it. Because you can. Thank you so much. Like always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I've inspired you somehow. Thank you for watching. I love you all. And have a good day.